Yeah, the CryEngine 3 is an all-encompassing, all-in-one solution. So whether it's infinite worlds, whether it's you want photorealistic graphics, or you want stylized graphics, whether you want physics, high-end physics with breakability and whatnot, or you want, for example, a kick-ass AI system as seen in Crysis, for example, you can do all of that actually. You don't need any extra middleware whatsoever to produce any AAA title you want. So what we have done is in the last 2.5 years we've been working actually on one thing, PC engine, but also on a console technology research. So having the CryEngine 2 done was for us a major milestone because we pushed the boundaries as far as we can. With the CryEngine 3 it was clear for us that we will have to change a lot on the CryEngine 2 to get actually this running on console. So the console team researched and started rewriting components of the CryEngine 2, which became then CryEngine 3. So the knowledge of the research team of consoles, but also the CryEngine 2 is a result of CryEngine 3, which offers, I think, high-end graphics that are not seen yet in consoles because of experience on high-end PC. So CryEngine 3, actually, we just disclosed CryEngine 3. We disclosed it to some of our CryEngine 2 clients, but they were very focused on PC. So because they were focused on PC, it wasn't that interesting for them because there's a high-end PC research part that is improving as well on CryEngine 3. So it's not just console improvements, but also high-end PC improvements. But the real interest we got from are people who worked on consoles, which we didn't receive yet as an interest. So we got pretty much all the top 20 developers of the last 2 years, apart from some of those who do their own engines. But all of them actually pretty much looked at the engine and were very blown away by it. They couldn't believe it actually running on console even. So I'm very happy about that. So I think going forward, CryEngine 3 will become definitely one of the key engines in the London market. Well, the thing is we have a little bit of say healthy amount of disrespect for the impossible. So the way I'm looking at it is, whatever people say it's impossible, we just try to challenge it. So we come from a very high-end PC research. We constantly push that. Today, we have research going on high-end PC that nobody knows about outside. So whenever we research it, we try to make it possible, seemingly impossible even on PC. We try to make it possible on console. So that attitude and the hunger to do always innovation and work with a vision is always a part of our culture. And by our mantra, we say always like envision, enable, achieve. So it's about having a vision, and from our perspective as a management is enable the team so that they can achieve what they want. And so probably it's the freedom and the respect, also the trust we give to our team to do actually what they want to do. And usually it results in a kick-ass technology, which is really great for us. Well, the people are just starting now with CryEngine 3, so CryEngine 2 wasn't on console really, that's why it's a bit more difficult. But I'm very sure that CryEngine 3 will have a lot of console games coming out. So because it's a fixed nature, actually it was a different challenge for us. And we said, hey, we wouldn't be Crytek if we wouldn't challenge whatever we have to challenge, yeah? We said, let's bring our what you see is what you play, real-time editing from PC on our sandbox editor into the console space. What it means is that now, today, there's two things cool running in the CryEngine and sandbox on consoles, which is, for example, we have a feature called Hot Update, which if you paint a texture, for example, in Photoshop or something like that, instantly see it on the consoles, on PC, everywhere, real-time updating. The second thing is, well, we have a what you see is what you play for consoles now. That means if you move something in the editor, put a special effect or AI or physics or level change arrangement, as you move, modify this thing, the level, in real time on all the platforms you see change happen, now you can just pick up the controller and play that sequence. You see it's not fun, you modify, play, modify, play in real time. Yeah? What takes usually minutes and hours is now real time. And that is a jump through the roof in productivity now, because you can create your type of gameplay you want on the platform, which people thought, yeah, it's not good enough. Why people are not spending this kind of iterations? Because it was difficult in the past. Even for us, when we tried the first console cycles, it took hours sometimes. Now it's real time. So I'm very, very excited about this, because I think this is the most important feature of Sandbox, because it allows productivity unlike before. CryEngine 3 actually is a logical improvement, architecturally wise, frame rate wise, but also quality wise. We have real-time dynamic global illumination, we have deferred lighting that puts hundreds of lights in scenes. So we said, let's challenge the fact that it's a fixed platform, and let's prove that we can do within that fixed environment more than people think you can do. Whereby in the past, the challenge was, let's do something new, and let's see what hardware we need to do that. Yeah. So it was a bigger challenge for us, definitely, technically demanding, but our knowledge on the high-end PC sector helped us a lot, architecturally, know-how-wise, but also from the needs of a high-end title, of a truly next-gen title, applying on current generation, like the amount of assets you need for next-gen, yeah? What kind of complexity you need, what kind of shaders you're working with, what kind of amount of data you work with. All that know-how helped us to deform a console engine, CryEngine 3 engine, that allows you to put all of this amount of content, quality of content into the console now, which seemingly we're like, it's impossible. You cannot get the, I mean, even we challenge ourselves. Like, can we actually really get the quality of Crysis running on a console? Well, we proved, not only that, we can even do more than we thought we can do. But we just set no boundaries at the beginning. We just said, let's try it, let's achieve it. And luckily, we achieved it. We try to put our fingers everywhere a little bit. Like, we looked at iPhone, we looked at PSP, we looked at we researched some cool ideas there and there. But getting really CryEngine fully there, it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. But what we have just received an update on is, we just got a taste on it, how good it is actually to work on fixed platforms. So I would say we're just warmed up. You know, I think and when the future comes, you will see more and more cool things within fixed environments, probably within PS3, 360, and maybe the upcoming next gens, for sure. One of the key things for us was, because of the console development cycles being very difficult, we said, let's bring our what you see is what you play, real-time editing from PC on our sandbox editor into the console space. What it means is that now, today, there's two things cool running in the CryEngine and sandbox on consoles, which is, for example, we have a feature called Hot Update, which if you paint a texture, for example, in Photoshop or something like that, instantly see it on the consoles, on PC, everywhere, real-time updating. The second thing is, well, we have a what you see is what you play for consoles now. That means if you move something in the editor, put a special effect or AI or physics or level change arrangement, as you modify this thing, the level, in real time on all the platforms you see change happen, now you can just pick up the controller and play that sequence. You see it's not fun, you modify, play in real time. Yeah? What takes usually minutes and hours is now real time. And that is a jump through the roof in productivity now, because you can create your type of gameplay you want on the platform, which people thought, yeah, it's not good enough. Why people are not spending this kind of iterations? Because it was difficult in the past. Even for us, when we tried the first console cycles, it took hours sometimes. Now it's real time, so I'm very, very excited about this, because I think this is the most important feature of Sandbox, because it allows productivity unlike before. CryEngine 3 actually is a logical improvement, architecturally wise, frame rate wise, but also quality wise. We have real-time dynamic global illumination, we have deferred lighting that puts hundreds of lights in scenes, we have more advanced shader systems running, we have better scalability in physics and AI. These are things that the PC community will highly benefit from, and probably even more benefit from, because they're more open-ended architecture. Yeah? So I think the PC community is concerned for wrong reasons. The console community should be happy with what we receive on the consoles, because we really did an awesome job, I believe, on the console, but people have to see from themselves. And games that will run on CryEngine 3 will be actually looking better in PC and on consoles than games that are running on CryEngine 2.